you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Wow. Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the show with Mike and Jay. Slow McGee. Hi, Jay.
Hi, Mike.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Boy, that is a sharp sweatshirt.
Destination sweatshirt.
Yeah, you're known for those.
Just gonna duct tape over it.
Don't you dare. That's Monterey Beach, my friend. Monterey Bay on the beach.
Is that right? I think a listener sent us a couple of these a couple of years ago.
Man, I love surf shops.
I like the sweatshirt, though.
Yeah?
If I could just get a suitable piece of duct tape over the front, and then look at how big the back is, though.
Oh, boy. Wow, you really want people to know
half a roll.
You've been to Monterey Bay. I mean, that's the message you're sending with that.
I plan to sit in a chair and or have a jacket on all day.
Yeah.
Not a fan of destination sweatshirts, but I do like the feel of this.
Which is the weirdest thing. You and E both, I think.
Yeah, I hate
crazy about them. I just don't understand why.
What do we have today? On the beach? On the beach surf shop. All right.
Yeah. Does the back say anything? Tell you about where I was.
On the beach surf shack, Cannery Row, Monterey Bay, California.
Canary Row. Monterey Bay. Are we both wearing Monterey Bay?
Marin County, right?
Yeah, it's in Marin County. Yeah. That's not my favorite pier or promenade ever in Monterey Bay, but it's nice. It's nice.
What was your favorite promenade again?
3rd Street Promenade, San Diego. Yeah, that's my favorite promenade. Santa Cruz.
Promenades. What the hell does promenade?
Santa Cruz boardwalk used to be one of my favorites, but that's where I saw that guy with his giant dog and he just let it take a shit in the middle of the pier.
I remember hearing about that.
And then he just kicked it.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's not the same as grabbing a bag and cleaning it up. It's just not. You can't just kick it and smear it over 14 boards.
Yeah, that kind of sends a signal like, Monterey Pier isn't what it used to be.
Santa Cruz,
whatever.
Yeah, which is dated as shit.
Promenade means a paved public walk, typically one along a waterfront.
Yeah, that's close. 3rd Street is like 3 blocks off the ocean in San Diego. But my that's not my.
It's French for walk.
Yeah.
That's
basically what it is. And then Santa Monica's got my favorite pier. That's my favorite pier of all time.
What makes the walk your favorite? Like what makes it tremendous?
Oh, I've been there.
I understand you've been there.
Other than that, what are the other ones you've been to that it beats?
Yeah.
No, I've been to ones in
place?
San Francisco has the one but it's very touristy now. I try to avoid the touristy hot spots.
Yeah.
Where the seals are all and they come up on the water decks and then they play and they fight.
So
that
Santa Cruz
cool.
Beach Boardwalk. This is what you recall in this?
Oh God,
it's a bit garish, Mike.
Roller coaster. Yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but when you're walking, there's a guy and he's got like an easel, and for just a measly few dollars, he'll literally draw a caricature of you and your girl or something. Yeah, you could literally just sit right there in the middle of the boardwalk. And it takes him, a few minutes, and he draws you.
Dude, I forgot about this when you mentioned the idea of someone drawing you. But back when I went to that Cubs parade, a few years ago, I was with my cousin. We went out after some bars, and we were kind of drunk. And there was this homeless dude, absolutely you could tell he wasn't a guy who's just trying to do street art. He's like, "Oh, I'll draw you," and we're like,
You should have let him.
I don't know, man, or whatever. And then he's like, "No," and it's like, fine, we were kind of drunk. Sure, dude, and draw us. And dude, it ended up being really good. I wish I should have to get my cousin and have him send a picture of me. But I remember our picture it to me because I remember us both going oh shit, that's actually way better than I thought it was gonna be. And we threw him some money, I guess.
That's how much he.
I don't remember $1. Whatever I don't have cash that much on me. So if I had I don't know.
Do you remember what features of you he accentuated? Because don't they usually, isn't that the thing?
That's the thing.
Well, dude,
if you've got buck teeth, they're going to really buck them up for you.
It wasn't a caricature. It was a drawing.
Yeah.
It wasn't a caricature. It was a drawing. He just drew me.
Drawing. It's unbelievable.
I know it is.
Jesus. Drawing. God damn you to hell.
Draw.
You're making my bones hurt.
Drawing?
No, not all. Draw.
Mm.
Now my bones are on fire in pain right now.
Apologize.
Fuck.
The Coney Island Boardwalk. Have you been there? Counts as a promenade.
Is that in New York? Coney
Look at the
Island?
Copacabana Beach Promenade
Wow.
in Rio.
Stunning.
It is
Absolutely stunning. Yeah.
It's a beautiful design.
Mm-hmm. The one in
Atlantic City. So
Oh,
they're
yeah.
just counting
Isn't that-
boardwalks as promenades.
Isn't that the Atlantic City one dated like
Dude, you've got
Santa
Trump
Cruz?
in the background. Look at
Oh, you can
Trump
see his
Hotel
hotel.
Casino.
Are they closed? Right? They're not
best.
still there. They're not like still open. I don't think. Are they?
Yeah.
No, I think that one went under, didn't it?
It definitely went bankrupt. I don't know. I thought they were trying to open or something
I
with
don't
those
know.
casinos. I don't know.
Venice Beach Boardwalk. You've been there, no doubt.
Oh yeah, many times. That's Muscle Beach.
This one in Nice, France, Francais. That's where
it's nice. It's
that's
pronounced
where the
nice,
terrorist
France.
attack happened.
Oh
wasn't it?
yeah. And nice. NICE. Yeah. Do you have a favorite boardwalk, pier?
Boy, I can't think of
promenade?
one, man. I can't
Yeah.
think of one. But this is depressing, man. I'm looking at these things. It's worldwide boardwalks. These are places I'll never be. You know, I'm
Yeah.
getting too old to go to Oslo, Norway. Like
That's sad.
I mean, I could, right? But will I? No.
this is the thing
Could I really?
I
Could I
just-
really go to Oslo, Norway?
I mean, for what?
I know.
But to
Just
look
to
at
say you went?
what do you mean for what?
What do you
But-
do? No, that'd be awesome.
It would be awesome, but
To go to Asia, you know, see these. God damn, Hong Kong is amazing looking. Dubai is amazing. I'm never gonna
Dubai
see
would
these
be
places.
sweet.
Mike. Oh
I've
God,
said
I'm on the other side, man. I'm on
I
the other
know.
half.
I know. Well,
It's all
just imagine
downhill.
people over there are saying the same thing. Like, oh man, I'd love to see that 3rd Street Promenade that show keeps talking about, and I'm just never gonna do it.
Yeah,
Never gonna get over there.
dude, I was at Meyer today. I'm feeling old. Okay,
Yeah.
I was at Meyer, and my God, right? It's Monday morning, and it's holiday times. It's the Yuletide, as you know,
Sure.
and the place is just bustling. You
Yeah.
know, people just buying up shit for. I guess that's how it is the rest of the month, right? I mean,
Which one
I
did
don't
you
do
go
a lot of
to?
shopping, but in Auburn Hills.
Okay.
And I was there, and of course they only have like 2 registers open, and they're funneling everybody to the U scan,
Yeah.
which is fine. You know, I just had a couple
Infuriating.
things, but I had some alcohol, and so I had to wait for the one attendant who's trying to service 40 of these places to come get me, and she looks at me and she punches in her thing, and there's a button that says over 40. Bam.
Oh
I'm like,
no.
God damn it, man.
Yeah.
It's like.
Dude, that's rough. That's rough.
So she doesn't
It's-
have to type in the actual age. So at least for a certain age, she can just be
Yeah.
like, boom. I
And,
don't
and
have
it was the quickest glance
Like,
ever. It
immediate.
wasn't even like yeah,
on the
you-
fence.
maybe 30 to no, it was boom over 40.
I'm not gonna trouble myself with this. I'll just give him the go ahead to say he's over 40. No offense, sir.
Shit.
Dude, me and T-Roy were out
So I'm not going to Oslo.
when we went to band practice. Went and saw Vinny's band Crud at the house playing, you know, and we stopped to grab some beers, and so we go into this place, and T-Roy, I'm like sitting in the truck, and T-Roy's like, all right, fam, back in a minute.
Yeah.
Get my, go get my beer on. So he walks in there, and 5 minutes later he comes out. He's like, yo, man, you got your ID on you?
Shut
I
up.
was like, what? He's like, yeah, man, I lost my ID, and these motherfuckers are carding me inside.
With all due respect to T-Roy,
I know, right? And so I had to go in there, and they
He
carded me. I'm like, yeah,
doesn't look
I'm
a minute under 40.
They-
dude,
you know
I'm
what,
his
dude, that-
babysitter. I'm buying beer for us.
Dude, that's just a place that's obviously got busted. Something they must have
Yeah.
gotten busted recently, and now they're like telling, you know what I mean? They're just telling whoever's selling, dude, we're just not taking anything without an ID anymore
yeah,
because
either
they.
that or it's
That's
just some kid who's new and I gotta
Yeah.
card everybody. That's what the
Dude,
owner said.
I had a lady card me for like a pack of smokes or a e-cigarette thing, which you have to be like 18. She's like, do you have ID on you? I go, are you fucking serious? She's like looking at me, and I'm like,
I'm almost
You
3
can't-
times old enough to buy this.
you can't honestly be asking me for ID. And she's like, do you have ID?
Oh,
And and then quickly I realized, oh, this is a very special person.
gotcha.
And it was just like, you know what? They're not giving her the over 40 button. They're not trusting her with that kind of decision making.
Yeah.
So it's like, card everyone. Card everyone. I don't give a shit if he's 90. You fucking card him. Do you have ID? And then I felt bad because I literally snapped. I was like, are you fucking serious? She's like, do you have ID? It's like certain people at the post office, and it was like,
Yeah.
quickly you go, oh, fuck,
okay, you're limited.
okay.
Yeah.
And then it was like,
I'll work with you.
she's like, so are you having a good day? It's like, I just got carded for like an e-cigarette cartridge. No.
well, it depends on how you look at it, man.
Well,
yeah, maybe.
hope you have a gooder day. And I was
Gooder. Ooh.
like, and I was just like, oh, sweetheart. I immediately changed gears and was like, You too. You have a great day. You're such a nice person. You're
Pat
a
her
good
on top of the
person.
head.
You're doing really good here. Do you have ID? No, he already did that. Yeah, I'm gonna go now. Okay.
Oh shit.
Bye.
Dude, when you mentioned some of these places, Jay, you said like, I'm not gonna get to see these places. I was just last week reading this article about a lot of these places that people want to go see, like including the Wall of China.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, they're
I
like,
believe it's a Great Wall.
or whatever. But they're like,
Discount the wall.
I'm not.
Jesus.
Great Wall of China. Apologize to the Chinese. But like there's a lot of these places that like we all want to go. Like you'd be like, oh my god, I'd love to go to like Ibiza or something like that, whatever. And like they're like, they fucking are over it. They don't want fucking tourists. We come in and we just like, we do the touristy thing.
You know what the problem with us is? We're too loud and friendly. Like most people don't want to fucking talk to you, and we're like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm American."
No, there was. I wish
obnoxious. And by the way, is it Ibiza?
Ibiza.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But I said Ibiza.
What's that, off the coast of Spain or Portugal or whatever?
What did I say?
I believe you said Ibiza.
Dude, I know Ibiza because
with the slap you just took at the Chinese over the Great Wall, I wasn't going to let it pass.
He's just shortening shit today. He's abbreviating.
Well, fine, whatever. But the point is, there was like a lot of these places that we all think of, like, oh, I'd love to go to what's the? I'm trying to think of the one where you.
No, you got it.
Venice, is it? Where you go in the canoes, in the
you got
city.
The guy with the French mustache on the back of it,
right? And just so shit that like people are like, all of us Americans
French
are like,
mustache.
I'd love to go do this thing, and they're just like, they literally have things where they're like, we don't want you here.
Well,
Stay the fuck out.
A lot of that stuff is all trashed out too. They say, oh
yeah,
you go to Venice.
But it's because of like a lot of it's because of over the years, like the Great Wall they say is falling apart, and it's absolutely from just people wanting to keep seeing it.
Well, I'm sure there's parts of it that it's a pretty great wall, pretty lengthy. I'm sure you could find a part that's pretty impressive, Isis.
Well, to your point, Jay, I think a lot of these things don't live up to what you like. Pictures are amazing. I've looked at some houses and it's like, wow, this place is stunning. And then you walk in the door and you go, nope, shithole. Yeah. Amazing work with a camera. Like the pyramids or the Sphinx. Mm-hmm. And it's like knowing there's a McDonald's or a Burger King across the street. And it's like, oh, this is just touristy as hell. I went to the pyramids and
the zoom really helps.
Yeah. Have you been to the pyramids in Mexico?
Yeah, like Chichen Itza.
Yeah, Chichen Itza. I went there and it's fine. It's cool, but it's just like hot as balls, and the ride out there sucks. And it's like
pretty far out.
I mean, it's like a 3-hour bus ride or something.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a distance, and it's like, well, I'm just sitting here in some dirt, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's where you have to hone in on like the history of it and go, wow, this is like thousands of years old, and try to get your head around that and go that route.
This court here, if you look up 100 feet, you'll see the circles there, and they would play a sport, and they don't really, and they're kind of making shit up as they go, and it's like the losers team would be beheaded.
Yeah.
It's like, boy, I wouldn't want to get involved in that.
So you had an English tour guide in Mexico.
Oh, yes, darling. Yes, welcome.
Did you, or are you just doing that?
Of course not. The one thing I remember, though, did you, like, out in front, like when you're walking in, there's all those tables set up, like and people are just selling, Mexicans are selling all this shit, like, I made this turtle. Would you like to buy this? I carved it myself.
Yeah, and all that shit looks like it's centrally manufactured and distributed. You know what I mean? It's the same lacquered turtle you'll see at Tulum ruins, or at outside your resort in Cancun or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like there's this big factory that just probably in Taiwan or the U.S. or something
made in
that's
China.
just lacquering up turtles and sending them around the world.
And then stupid Americans are just going, oh my god, this person actually made this. This is awesome.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Taiwanese sitting there like carving coconuts, making them into monkeys and stuff, and then they send them out all over the world to these third world countries. Go,
they're selling those ponchos, and they're selling the. Yeah, you're right. And
then you barter over it. Well, you want $9? I'll give you $5, and you settle on $6.50.
Yeah, and they're like, whatever, Holmes. I paid 50 cents out of Taiwan for it. You're the dumbass. I have one upstairs. I actually bought one of those turtles. Yeah. Carved turtles. I'm gonna flip it over today and see if it says like made in Taiwan or something on the bottom of it, because I'll fucking march back there this weekend.
Oh, good. I think you should.
Where's my money? Give me my money back.
Hey, everybody, check out the DetroitCast listener business page. It's a page under the Help the Show tab on our website, DetroitCast.com. The page includes businesses that are owned by listeners. Take a look. It'd be great for you to support fellow listeners who support the show. Today's featured listing is none other than PC Solutions. They are Michigan's premier managed IT service provider. They're experts in their field, so you can be an expert in yours. Mention TDC for a free website evaluation. Get on the A train.
Woo-hoo. See Trump's tweets this morning. talking
Yeah.
about Democrats trying to find a smoking gun. The Trump tying the Trump campaign to the Russia after James Comey's testimony. No smoking gun, no collusion. That's because there was no collusion. So now the Dems go to a simple private transaction. Private transaction, wrongly calling campaign contribution. That's not the funny part. The story, however. There you go, Jay. You want to tell people anything look funny about smoking gun?
Smoking gun. He does that a lot. He misspells shit, and there's speculation that he does this so it gets people talking about it.
Really? He did it twice in that sentence.
Smoking gun.
No smoking gun.
It's because no collusion. No collusion. Is there a second smoking gun? Yeah, there's two smoking guns.
Yeah. Dude, that's a brilliant move, actually. If it's just like, you know what, I'm going to misspell smoking twice in one sentence. I know I'll be the number one trending topic on Twitter.
And people are like, what a dumbass. He doesn't even know how to spell smoking.
Idiot. Kofefi. I mean, that might be my favorite one.
Yeah, that's kind of awesome. That was clearly just, he thumbed it out and then forgot to go back and delete it and accidentally hit send.
But wasn't it just that word?
Yeah,
it was.
I'm saying. He started out with something and then probably started to delete and then didn't get all the way through and accidentally touched it.
I wonder if that's still there. If you go on his Twitter, like, does he bother to go through and delete that shit? Like,
clean it up.
Like, if someone goes, "Hey, idiot, Mike, you wrote smoking gun. I think you meant smoking gun." I'd be like, "Fuck, idiot." I'd either delete the post and redo it. I wouldn't leave it up there, But he'll probably just leave it there. He doesn't give a shit. But yeah, that's a great move, though. I mean, no one's gonna. If he wants to get that message out, that's probably a genius way to do it. This guy's unbelievable. He's an evil genius.
So much so.
Oh my God, it's perfect.
Oh, he's thinking it all through. He's playing 4D chess.
These morons. I've already told them I know the best words. You think I don't know how to spell smoking, idiots? Maybe we'll Kofefi should be added. You know when they do the add words to the dictionary?
Yeah.
I think Bigly legitimately should be added.
Sure.
Don't you think? Like
Bigly. Absolutely. But Kofefi, I'm not even sure how to spell it. So
there's a V.
I think that's lost some steam. I don't think people kept up with that as much. But Bigly, maybe it's just you and I always saying it, but I think others say it all the time.
Because there are words like that get added that are just made up. I can't think of any off the top of my head right now, but I know that just come up with, the times. Dude, Bigly should be in there.
Mm-hmm.
Covfefe. Kofefi.
Bigly should definitely be a word at this point,
right?
though. I don't believe that other people don't.
It's an awesome word, too,
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
Can you say
useful?
I use
say
it all
without
the time
doing the
now.
hands?
It's Bigly.
Bigly. I mean, every time I say it, it doesn't matter.
It's kind of an event,
Yeah,
it's Bigly.
It arrives and people take notice. I mean, they turn and they'll look at you. It's like, yeah, I was out there and we had fun. It was Bigly fun.
Dude, I always do it in all caps when I text it, and I
you have to.
It definitely, I use it now regularly, and if I'm telling someone I appreciate it, I'll say Bigly.
If Merriam-Webster or Oxford decides to put that in their book, I think it goes in as all caps, right?
Yeah.
I mean, make a statement if you're gonna put it in. It's like you can't use this word Bigly unless you use it Bigly.
Bigly. It's just that he said big league.
Big league.
Big league.
I mean, this is really big league.
This is big league stuff.
I don't even think about it for a second that it wasn't big league.
Dude, Jay, you were the first person I saw. You tweeted it, and I was like, what the fuck is Bigly? And it took me a minute to realize, he's doing Trump's big league.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Well, did you see we had the CNN Heroes Gala yesterday?
Is that right?
Yeah. So they
honoring the heroes of CNN or the other heroes?
Worldwide heroes.
Oh, okay.
And the star of the event, the absolute runaway star of the event was, George H.W. Bush's hero dog, Sully.
What?
Yeah. Walked the red carpet. Pictures with everybody. Celebrities coming up to get pictures with this hero.
There's been a lot of farces in the news the last few years. This might be the biggest.
Dude. Sully was on hand at the American Museum of Natural History in New York for a tribute to the late president, and everyone wanted to pose for photos with him. Sully walked the red carpet. I got pictures with Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. Reunited with Bush's granddaughter, Laura Bush. And she sent out, I get to be reunited with this furry hero, Sully HW at Sully HW Bush. He's got his own Twitter handle now.
Reunited. When was the last time she even saw him? I mean, like,
She
how
ever
many times
meet
has
him?
she seen him?
At the casket, maybe when he was nodding off the casket.
So famously.
Mm-hmm. Anderson Cooper brought Sully on stage during the gala, calling him. Jay, I don't want to do this to you. I calling him Bush's faithful companion to the end.
Why is CNN co-opting H-Dub too? You know what I mean?
I know,
Like,
right? They hated H-Dub.
Is it
so
just
that they
is
can
it just their
compare
way?
him to Trump.
Right. Is
Yeah.
it just their way of saying, see, there was
Yeah.
other Republicans. That's why he is so bad. Look,
Yeah.
we're being nice. We're being fair to J or the other one.
So Anderson Cooper went on.
Get him confused.
He's on a roll today, man.
Sure is. Anderson Cooper goes on to say, it's a reminder that heroes come in all shapes and sizes, and some have tails. Sully is a service dog from America's Vet Dogs, and I'm very pleased that Sully is here tonight.
Hero.
And Sully was there in a tux, just sitting in the front row. Thanks, guys.
God.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm a hero. I mean, yeah. Well, no, not exactly that. I didn't. No, well, no. I wasn't sniffing, bombs out in Afghanistan. No. Well, no, I didn't really take shots, from a burglar robbing a bank and track a guy down. But I did pick stuff up for an old guy.
Ugh,
I opened
for
a door
3
or two.
months. At best.
Couldn't he at least sit up?
What was
for
his
this
name
pic-
again? I can't remember. I only meted him a few times.
Couldn't he at least sit up for this photo?
Look at Sully. Dude, he's taking a nap again on
It's
stage.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
How is
down-
Hogg not on stage?
Oh, good question.
Right?
Oh, man, we've
Do you
got
know who
David
these heroes
Hogg
are,
in-
Mike?
Well, we've got all
Boy, I can't-
races
can
and
you name-
religions represented. We've got a dog, a disabled. We've got blacks, Indians, whites.
Is that Kelly Ripa in
You
the
say
middle?
there's white.
Yeah.
Is there a white
Host.
male though? I don't think there
Anderson
is.
Cooper. It's a gay white male.
Oh, okay.
Is this a white male here? This guy
He
next
works-
to Kelly Ripa?
Arguably, sure.
Yeah. Is this white or is
Guy
this
on the
brown?
end
This is
could be.
brownish.
I don't know, man. I
Is
don't
that a-
know who.
So,
any
Mike,
of
do you
them
know
are.
who these heroes are? Like what they've
Fuck,
done?
No.
They've done
Yeah.
something. They're on the
Well-
award show.
Cooper told the audience his service is going to continue, helping more veterans. He's 2.5 years old. And he's got a lot of contributions to make in the future. I don't
I agree
know,
with
man.
that. Like, right? He is a service dog, so he'll do way more for the future people, probably. Like,
What is their angle? What is their angle? They trying to take advantage of the cute dog story
Of course, yeah.
because they don't really believe Sully's a hero. Sully picked up stuff and opened doors, and I love Proops more than anybody. And Sully's great,
Yeah,
but
it's
the
just a way
Bushes
to-
don't even want him.
It's a way to get retweets and shit. Everybody loves dogs, so
Yeah, I don't know who these people were. This story is all about Sully. I mean, that's all anyone cares about. Celebrities were going crazy, taking selfies with him. CNN awarded its 2018 Hero of the Year award to Dr. Ricardo Punchung, who provides housing, meals, and support for sick kids undergoing treatment in Lima, Peru. Don't know what the treatment is for.
here are the names of the heroes. But I don't know what they did necessarily.
Well, the top one was the front runner in my book. Ebisoye Ajay Akin Folarin, who I thought was a clear runaway winner,
could we label these perhaps unsung until now heroes? Because I don't know any of those names.
Yeah. Maria Belding. Is that Principal Belding's kid, maybe? Amanda
Rob Gore.
Boxtel.
Okay. If you really care enough,
Jay, that's your call.
here's where they go into the people
yeah.
and what they did. So
Nah, that's
Okay.
all right.
Okay.
I'm sure they're all wonderful.
Yeah, a lot of feeding hungry people around the world. That's what we're doing. I'm surprised Mitch Albom wasn't nominated. We do have, and I know this is big news, Jay, too. Time Magazine announced this morning their Person of the Year
Who do we have?
coming up. The nominees, at least. So we haven't found a winner yet. Let's see if this is politically correct enough. If I find that there are more than one white straight male in here. Hashtag Time Magazine so racist. Separated Families has made the list.
Oh my God. The immigrant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we trying too hard to how can we prove inclusiveness more than anyone ever? Because remember a couple years ago, they put a mirror
Yes.
on the front and
yeah.
it was like, you. It's like, well, me.
I do remember that.
Times Person of the Year is me. Yep. So Separated Families among the 10 finalists on the short list for the cover story, referring to the controversial zero tolerance policy where Trump was just literally at the border himself. Get out of here, ripping kids and babies away from their parents and throwing them in cages. So there's that one. So the contenders also include this year President Trump. And remember, Hitler won this award
Mm.
in 38. So it doesn't matter if you're good or bad. It's the biggest impact on the world or
You
something.
just have to be bigly.
You got to be Bigley. I won it in 2016. Screw you guys. I won Bigley.
Did he
Rest
win
of
it?
You're losers.
2016 he won?
Yeah, he did. Then we've got Vladimir Putin is on the list. Robert Mueller made the list. Oh, here we go. Black Panther director Ryan Coogler made the list. I'm hearing from more and more people that movie sucked balls,
Is that
by
right?
the way. Yeah. I
It's
watched,
being propped up.
yes. I watched 4 minutes of it and went, nope.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 'cause it
you're
finally-
way more patient than me. You are with something like that.
Dude, I was sitting, it was getting late, and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll just kick on HBO Go and see what's on, see if a new movie is dropped. And, I threw it on, and it was like the special effects, jumping into a building and a laser and this, and it was like, oh, a giant fucking CGI movie.
Yeah.
Great.
I
pass.
really, not to be, dude, I didn't watch it. I don't think I'd like it, but I think you're a terrible person to judge whether it was good or not, honestly.
Cartman hated it.
Who?
Cartman.
Oh, okay.
South
A
Park?
cartoon character.
No,
I know.
they did a whole episode about
No, I
how
know.
he thought his black friend Token Black is the kid's name. He wears a T on his shirt. He's a black kid. And Token, he just assumed that rumor had gotten out that Cartman had said that the movie fucking sucked. And so Token all of a sudden wouldn't let him cheat off him in class. And he's like, it's because you heard rumors that I said bad things about this movie, which I didn't say. But the whole thing, he's going on and on about how this movie's bullshit, which is basically just the South Park creators going, yeah, that movie sucked.
Well, and that's their opinion.
Why is he such a bad
because he doesn't
person?
he doesn't like CGI movies. He doesn't like
I watch 'em.
superhero movies.
No, that's
He
not
watched
true.
Solo. He liked Solo
That's
a couple
not the
months
same
ago, right?
thing.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
I-
You don't watch any of these movies. You
I
don't,
didn't-
neither do I. But you don't
Wonder
watch.
Woman was okay. Some of the I like plot driven. I like story
I
driven.
know that's not what these are, though. I'm just saying.
Dude, he's up for fucking person of
I'm
the
not
year
saying that
for
he
this
should
movie.
be,
That's why
but-
I'm saying. All I said was,
You've heard that.
boy, oh boy, I've heard from a lot of people that this movie sucked.
I've heard the exact opposite from people.
I have
like that's,
too.
oh,
I've
so-
heard both ways. You know?
Yeah. No, when it first came out, it was like, this might be the pinnacle of cinema, the greatest movie ever
Mhm.
made, Black Panther. And it
Golden
was-
Globe, right? Nominated for Best Picture.
It's nominated for an
Which
Oscar this year.
It is okay.
Yeah. And so people.
Wait, do we have Oscar nominations yet?
Or was
I
it
thought we had
Golden
Golden
Globes.
Globes,
Golden
which are
Globes.
a precursor to that.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, it's listed there. And so no, I for months all we heard about was what a brilliant film this is. This is revolutionary, blah 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 blah. And I get it for, taking a black superhero and coming from an island of all black people. Like I get why it made a difference and an impact in society, but was it a good movie?
Mhm.
I hadn't seen it. And just after watching a few minutes and having multiple people tell me, yeah, dude, that movie sucked. Don't waste your time. I started to watch and I was like, nope,
Yeah.
and bailed. That's all I'm saying. If that makes me
I don't
racist,
think anyone.
I'll
that's
deal
not
with
what-
that.
Yeah,
I'll deal
that's
with
what
it.
I said. I don't think anyone in this room is good to judge whether Black what was it, Black Panther was
Yeah,
good or
I'll
not.
take
like,
myself out of the running for that.
like
too.
I wouldn't
to
be
be
able to
honest.
watch
You
it
won't
and
see
say
it?
I could give it an
No,
honest.
I can't give a good objective view on that because I
I'll
just
try to
go into-
watch it.
I go into superhero movies just going, nah, this is gonna blow. This is gonna be stupid, and that's
Well,
not fair.
If the story's good though, I can put up with some of the over the top CGI. The problem I have is with whether it's the Batman or the Superman or the Spider-Man especially. It's like every 10 years we start over with the original story,
Spider-Man.
and retell it. And it's like, so this one's at least got a new thing.
Sure.
I'll try to get through it and just honestly tell you if the storyline, if the plot is solid.
I wasn't. By the way, I wasn't attacking you. I'm just.
Oh,
saying.
yes, you were.
Okay, no, I wasn't.
You were. Call me a bad judge.
Of this movie.
Jamal Khashoggi is on the list.
Oh, the guy who got sawed up in the
Yep.
Saudi consulate.
This isn't on this list, but when you said that, for some reason, what happened to the time clock kid? Remember that? Like,
Oh, that
whatever.
son of a bitch.
Like, I know this is completely out of nowhere in a way, but we
He's
were
probably
saying this,
working
like,
for NASA.
Clock
now.
boy.
Clock boy. Yeah, whatever happened to him?
Fuck that kid.
How was his name? I don't even remember his name.
Amir something, or wasn't it?
Wasn't he leaving the country?
Ahmed Mohammed.
God, I hated that kid and his dad.
Ahmed Mohammed.
Ahmed Mohammed. Sorry.
Ahmed.
Son of a bitch.
Ahmed. You looked at Ahmed and
Ahmed. Ahmed. What did I say?
Ahmed?
I said Ahmed. You said Ahmed. Okay, I don't.
Oh, Ahmed. I thought I said Ahmed. I was looking from here. It's not Ahmed though.
I don't.
He just took the guts out of a digital clock.
Yeah, it made it look like a fucking bomb.
Yeah, but then he was credited with this great. Oh my God, what an engineer! Look at this kid. All he was doing was trying to do this project. And
was it K-Dog who took one look at it?
Yeah,
dude,
he unscrewed a digital clock and took the outer part of it off, and then just taped the innards to a board or something.
No, to a pencil box, wasn't it?
Whatever.
And
Yeah,
then went to school with a
said,
ticking fucking mechanism with exposed wires, and people went, is that a bomb?
Yeah, then all of a sudden he's touring NASA and getting invites to MIT.
And
then the stories came out from teachers going, yeah, this kid's a fucking asshole. He has been for years.
Oh, remember him with his clock and all the
Clock boy.
Fuck. Hog or clock boy? Who did we hate more?
You hated Hog more because he's off-putting. He
terribly off-putting.
Looks like a praying mantis very much.
Yeah.
And if you take that away, I don't think you'd hate him as much. I resolved that you can't stand the look of that guy.
No, but that's your opinion of my disdain for him.
I know.
I don't think that's totally true.
Oh.
It's more the smugness, the arrogance of this little shit, thinking that he's going to step into a world discussion that's been unsolvable forever. Yeah, and all of a sudden, 17-year-old hero is going to save the day.
I was thinking about that further after we discussed Lanza yesterday, that fucking creepy Lanza kid, and how far down the line we are with these gun problems. And then, as you say, Hog thinking, oh, yeah, this is it. Yeah, putting a stop to it now. And it's like, dude,
I will not be going to class again until guns are not
really didn't work.
No, it didn't. I won't be going back to class until guns are made illegal in the country or something. It was just like, what? Okay, well, I guess you don't go to class anymore, son. And then we found out he was like 3 buildings away at his big campus. He wasn't even in the bright building where the shooting. It was something like, it was like,
he was a quote unquote survivor of the Parkland shooting.
And then I started to do, I'll admit, I got a little vengeful. And
Here we go.
Started going into his old Reddit posts.
Yes.
Like, he wanted pussy so bad and sucked.
How could you tell?
Because it was just like, I'll never get a girl. Every post is about how no one likes me and I'll never get a girl and I just want a girl and a date and I'm a nice guy and nobody likes me and I'll never. And now all of a sudden he's out there flying, in private jets to events and standing at the podium, like holding court.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, go fuck off, dude.
No, we'll see him again on the political scene, no question.
By the way, it looks like the most recent thing of Clockboy was like March of this year. The U.S. District Judge, it says this week, but this was in an article in March, dismissed Clockboy's wrongful arrest suit against the Irving Independent School District. And then he tried, and that was in 15 was when it originally happened. So
crawl back under your rock, Clockboy. And then I think you're right, they did leave the country.
Yeah, I said that. But
Mike said that, but you're right.
Wasn't it like LeBron James? Can't wait to take you courtside to a game.
Oh, there's all sorts of that
movie
shit.
Premiere.
Well, LeBron James's thing was over
the NASA.
Well, LeBron James was going to take the racist kid who was against bullying.
Oh, that's right.
I don't remember that kid.
Yeah, that kid. I've been bullied.
I've been bullied.
Remember that picture or that video that his mom made of him? That poor little kid, Carson or whatever. Sitting in the front seat, just weeping.
Why won't people just be nice to each other?
And then it turned out he was a little bastard racist.
Oh, yeah. See, that's Confederate flag wearing, N-word throwing. His dad's got like white power tats on his arm.
See, CNN has its hero award. We need to have the anti-hero awards and call all these fucking people out.
That was hilarious. People immediately went to his parents' social media. It's like, why does his dad have like 4 white power tattoos on his body?
Yeah.
And then the stories from the kids in class going, oh, fuck that kid.
And then Mark Ruffalo's just stiff arming him, he can't.
I would like to bring you to the set and the premiere. You will be on stage with me for the new Hulk movie and blah, blah, blah. LeBron, I could beat that. He can come courtside with me and then move into my house.
Well, as you said correctly at the time, Mike, it was just like, there was this story came out, it went viral, and there was just celebrities stepping over each other to see how much they could show how awesome they were. And then it was like,
I would like you to be my date at the Academy Awards.
And it was like 2 days later, it's like,
I'd love to see when the press stopped. Like what happened? Did anybody follow through and take him to a ball game? Even give him rafter seats.
That kid was so cute, man. Heartbreaking. Sitting there. Why can't everybody just be nice to each other?
And the thing is,
streaming
down chubby face.
Did he say something like, if this helps one kid stop from getting bullied, then that's all that matters. It's not about me. It's like looking out for other kids.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's a good
See
kid.
if you
It
can
seemed.
find that video. It might be funny to relive that just for a
Well,
minute.
and the thing is, like, the thing is, though, the kid, we don't know. It's hard to say because the kid had the extremely racist parents.
Yeah,
So,
the
like, we
kid
thought
could
about
be a
it,
great kid.
right? We thought about it at the time, like, dude, they
Yeah.
still could have said, like, look, this is a lesson here. Maybe this kid can learn or
Yeah.
something, and show him that his parents are wrong or something.
Yeah, I blame the parents more than him. But didn't kids say that about him in school, that he was a racist?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe.
I
Yeah,
think
maybe.
it said he had said the N-word, so
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean, he was
Fair.
like 7. It's not his fault, especially if he's grown up in that environment. But
Right.
still, the mom should have known better.
Yeah.
You know.
Just know that all white people are fucking devils.
Lastly, Christine Blasey Ford. Did I mention she's on the list?
Oh,
for Times
good.
Person of the Year?
Forgot about her.
It was like raped, assaulted.
I don't know if
And it-
he'll ultimately become a Supreme Court justice.
I don't.
All I know is what happened to me. God,
Yeah.
it's hard to watch.
Yeah, she's a hero though, and my mom gets really pissed whenever this subject comes up, and 'cause she's like, "That was a recovered memory," and I'm like, "I don't know what, I'm not reading that." It's like it's not being covered that way, but this was something that was recovered in therapy years and years after the fact, and she's like, "There are many therapists and many doctors who think that type of shit is not reliable.
Mhm.
That information when you're doing these recovered memories."
Mhm.
So who knows?
Well, what part was the part that wasn't reliable of her of what she? I mean, because then
The
she,
part about Kavanaugh
well, no,
trying
but then
to
she had
rape her.
no
Yeah.
facts. My point is, then she had no facts. If we don't have that, then all it is her saying that something. I mean, it's not even her.
That was everybody's point.
Right.
Everybody's point was like, dude, you can't remember anything else.
I
but
was
this
trying to say
one
this.
thing.
I guess I'm saying
Yeah.
this to one person, and that's Mike's mom.
Well, I was like, I'd love to give you that angle. My mom has a lot of experience with this department.
I know.
And in this area, and she's like, recovery memories, a little different.
Jesus,
And
do we
nobody
have that
brought that
kid?
up.
What's that kid's name? Colton or something?
Oh, Keaton.
Keaton Jones. Keaton Jones. He's got the hair lip
got
and
a little
everything.
hair lip
Let
going.
me ask you this. Now, this kid, they came out and said there was racist. Is this the one that we were watching videos of his parents and they were sewing the rebel
No,
flag?
no.
That was.
That might have been
we
my favorite
spotted
moment.
that. We
What
spotted
was
that.
that one about?
Oh shit! Oh, that was the girl who went off with her teacher in Tennessee,
Yes.
right? She's like a 13-year-old, ran off with her teacher. They're writing love notes to each other,
Yeah.
and then they pull up like an old post of
Home
hers on
video.
Facebook. It's like, what the fuck? Is she sewing a Confederate flag right there? Yes.
Dude, we lost it.
No, this is Keaton Jones.
Let's look at Keaton Jones with his little hair lip and little new. That's a fresh haircut, right?
Fresh as in sweet,
No. Fresh as in newly.
because it's sweet.
It is dope.
Just out of curiosity, why do they bully? What's the point of it? Why do you find joy in taking
Keaton, take it up a
innocent
notch.
people and finding a way to be mean to them? It's not okay.
What do they say to you?
They make fun of my nose. They call me ugly. They say I have no friends.
Maybe it's because you're racist.
What'd they do to you at lunch?
Pour milk on me and put a hand down my clothes. Threw bread at me.
Is it just you?
Yep.
Or is it other kids too that feel that way?
Say it's other kids too.
How's that make you feel?
We gotta bring
They
this
do
kid
it
in
to
studio.
me, and I for sure
Give him a
don't
tour
want
now.
them to do it to other
Poor kid.
people because it's not okay. People that are different don't need to be criticized about it. 'Cause it's not their fault.
There's a tear.
It's
But
legit,
if
too,
you
yeah.
are made fun of, just don't let it bother you. Just
Man.
stay strong, I guess.
Talking to
Hard.
other bullied kids.
Just giving a little
But
PSA.
it'll probably get better one day.
If it wasn't for his maybe not.
God, the persuasion of this kid. Wow,
Dude, if that kid's parents weren't pieces of shit,
Oh,
that was a perfect poster boy model
Yes.
for anti-bullying, right?
that was amazing.
That kid would be in a Gap commercial.
That little Keaton Jones.
If you're bullying someone, don't. It's not
Mm.
nice. And if you're being bullied, stay strong.
Then we find out he's racist. His parents.
Thanks a lot, Mom and Dad, for being pieces of shit. Now no one cares
God.
about me anymore. I was going to the Hulk movie.
That's one of those moments, man, where I'd give anything to be able to like somehow talk to these national people and like I want LeBron, I want some of them to come out and say what happened. I want follow up on what the fuck happened. Did you still take this kid places?
I
Yeah.
guarantee they didn't because they would have gotten press for it.
Right.
Lastly, rounding out this list, So
Wait,
March
what are
for
we
our,
talking about again?
we're talking about Time Magazine's
Oh,
fucking Person
right.
of the Year. March for Our Lives activists, South Korea's President Moon Jae-in, and Meghan Markle. Last year, Time
Meghan
chose.
Markle. Come on.
Dude, I cannot scroll fast enough when I see a story.
Chick who's banging a prince who's never going to be king.
Not a chance, unless he murders his
It's not
his
even
brother.
related to the current prince.
Exactly. The silence breakers last year, hashtag Me Too movement starters. Okay, is this too much to ask for, by the way? If Time Magazine is going to have their Person of the Year, can it be a person instead of silence breakers? It seems like a cop-out.
Yeah.
You're doing March for Our Lives activists.
Separated families.
Separated families. Like, dude.
This is how they've done it at least the last decade, though, right? That's pretty common for them to go outside the box like that.
They did a reader online poll, and K-pop sensation BTS won this year. Planet Earth came in second.
Yeah.
So Time's Person of the Year could be Planet Earth.
Should just
followed
be like
by
issue of the year, you know?
The Thai cave divers.
Oh yeah, okay.
So does that mean the boys, or does that mean the divers that saved them?
One of whom, according to Elon Musk, was a pedophile.
That's right. That's right.
It's so bizarre.
It's so funny to look back on these
The
things.
shit that comes out of these stories.
That's hilarious.
According to Elon Musk, was a pedophile.
That guy's suing him too.
Yeah. Hey everybody, Hamlin Pub, they rolled out a new menu last month, so try their new culinary creations, which include Southwest Cobb salad, candied Brussels sprouts, Korean steak tacos, chicken share, or the big brisket sandwich, or you could start your day with an award-winning Backyard Mary Bloody Mary. Of course, these specials are good at all 5 Hamlin Pubs locations, Clarkston, Chesterfield, Rochester, and the 2 in Shelby Township.
See Gwyneth Paltrow in the news?
Is this her saying she invented yoga or some
Yeah.
shit? Yeah.
She didn't. People
I
are
know,
acting
she's
like
saying
she
she's
said
like-
that, but
yeah.
I don't know if that's fair. Like, look, as soon as she named a kid Apple, I want to beat on her as much as the next guy.
Yeah, that was her and the Coldplay dude, right?
Yeah.
Chris whatever.
Chris Martin.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's said something this week that's offended people. Of course, she was interviewed in the new issue of the Wall Street Journal magazine, and between talking about her obnoxious lifestyle website Goop.
Yeah.
You've seen that?
She's been sued quite a bit, hasn't she? Because it's
Yeah,
pretty
a few
extreme
of them
shit.
have. Who's this really hot chick? God, I had the biggest crush on her. Shit. She's got a line too, and it doesn't matter. She's got a line of stuff, and she's constantly being sued too. These celebrity women that are like, stop doing movies and stuff, and now they're just focused on these things where they can make
Lifestyle
they're making
things.
a shitload of money. So she was talking about that. Now she's grown into a brand and an influencer now, and it's people like, ugh. She tackled the subject of yoga. I remember when I started doing yoga and people were like, what's yoga? She's like a witch or a freak. Forgive me if this comes out wrong, but I went to a yoga class in LA recently, and the 22-year-old girl behind the counter was like, have you ever done yoga before? And I literally turned to my friend and I was like, you have this job because I've done yoga before.
And how ancient is yoga? Can you tell us, Mike? Do you have the numbers there?
It goes back thousands of years. It was introduced to this country in the 1800s.
Yeah.
So,
Now fads do come and go, and she may well be an influencer in that regard.
That might even be true,
just
but it's
sucks.
still the idea that you would turn around and say it to somebody.
yeah, people could not jump on Twitter fast.
She's so hateable.
Dear Gwyneth Paltrow, you have a job because certain brown people invented yoga thousands of years ago. Very truly yours, certain brown people. Wait till Gwyneth Paltrow finds out about gasp, Indian people. Little known fact, Gwyneth Paltrow also discovered gravity while doing yoga under an apple tree. Imagine being so deluded to the point where you think you invented thousands-year-old practice and still having the energy to be condescending to someone just trying to do their damn job. I will never shop at Goop again.
She's so hateable.
I went on Goop's website. I can't believe I typed that into my search engine. I really can't. I'm disappointed in myself.
Yeah.
I swore I would never type GOOP.com.
Yeah. What do we have?
Dude, there's if you're looking for a gift for your
this is gonna massacre your sidebar advertisements
Right.
now you're gonna be fucked with Goop stuff.
She's got that $65 egg you shove up your vag.
Really?
like,
Sounds hot.
I know. I kind of want to get one of those, as a gift, but $240 toothpaste squeezer.
Wait, go back to the egg.
I don't remember what the Vag Egg does. If it rejuvenates it or if it warms it up in case your guy has a giant dick and need to warm up first. I don't know. Maybe it's just a vibrating egg.
Okay.
But it's $65. Seems like a decent price. $240 for a toothpaste squeezer. Yep, that exists.
Shit. Does it get the toothpaste back in the tube?
I don't think it does that, but it doesn't leave a single drop. Like, it fucking squeezes for real. God. Like, my fingers do a decent job, but my
No, they do an absolutely perfect job, Mike.
They can, but sometimes it's hard.
No, they do a great job.
It hurts my thumb and index sometimes. So I really wish I could get a $240 toothpaste squeezer.
God, for the
I didn't even
person
see
with
it.
Everything.
Would you look up the toothpaste squeezer and let's see what it promises to do? Because I don't know. I did see a $195 tank top though, which seems reasonable.
If you're buying any of these items, shouldn't you be required to donate to charity at least the equivalent amount of that? That just signals like you've got too much, man.
Yeah.
$240 friggin' toothpaste squeezer. Think about that, the disparity in this world.
We laugh about, like the fact that we take care of lawns is so just like, dude,
water it just right, grow it just right, cut it just right. You're manicuring this bullshit, and there's people who
fight
literally walk miles every day for fresh water.
You seen those guys with those giant buckets on their heads?
Man.
It's just like, well, I got a wood stick with 2 buckets on the ends, and I go to the lake, I go to the riverbed. Takes 2 hours to walk there. I get 2 buckets of water.
Yeah, and then I got to fill it up between wildebeest and giraffe drinking out of the same water source and pissing in it too.
By the way, I'm barefoot all the time. I don't even know what shoes are. You struggling to find
this? Is a toothpaste. I'm trying to find the toothpaste squeezer.
Yeah, it could be sold out. It's a hot item.
Of course.
Very, very hot item. These yoga spiritual healers. I was reading another story about some guy, prominent Brazilian spiritual leader, who's in all types of hot water now. As like 12 women came forward over the weekend to talk about a bit of misconduct on his part.
Oh boy.
This is a guy that was featured on Oprah. He's worked to heal Bill Clinton. And he's been accused of sexually abusing these women. Joa Teixeira de Faria.
So he's actually like a yoga guy.
He's a spiritual healer.
Okay, he's more than yoga. So he's kind of like the character on Silicon Valley.
There you go. Yes.
That guy.
Yes. I'm not going to say that name again. He is known as the Jonn of God.
Oh.
And so he will be, going forward known as just Jonn of God.
Just lending insight and wisdom.
Mm-hmm. Came under fire. 10 women in Brazil came forward to accuse this 76-year-old medium of sexually abusing them while they sought healing at his clinic. They announced their accusations Saturday night on a TV network in Brazil. 2 more women reported to a Brazilian newspaper. Jonn of God vehemently denies, No, I did not commit any inappropriate behavior during treatment.
Jonn of God.
Zahira Mouse accused the medium of manipulating her into performing sex acts and then raping her during a visit to his clinic. American tour guide Amy Bianc claims she witnessed him carry out these abuses. 9 other women were abused too on the premise of transferring my cleansing energy. What you need from me is cleansing energy. So do as I say and I will cleanse your energy.
Let me guess. It's shot through his panus.
How did you know that?
He shoots his cleansing energy out of his panus.
Do you know the Jonn of God?
You just stroke it to completion and there it is.
Crazy. Mouse went seeking healing from trauma from previous sexual abuses. And so during her second visit, he sees her in line waiting to, get her cleansing healing on. And so he went up to her and said, you have been chosen for private consultation.
Oh, man.
Mm-hmm. In that second session, he came close to her, smelled her skin, and asked her, stand with your back facing me. And then he led her to the bathroom. And once there, what do you think the move is at this point? I mean, turn your back to me, and we will walk into the bathroom for cleansing moment, healing.
For 7 to 9 minutes of cleansing.
Yeah. So he goes first and, gets a hold of those genitals, grabbed her right by the genitals.
Sure.
And then forced her. It's time for, we're going to take it up a notch. We're going to have anal sex now. And just blasted this broad's asshole.
Did he just say flat out? He just said he's gonna have anal sex, or do you know? I mean,
I don't know if that's what he said.
Okay, I didn't know if that was the thing he actually just said, or he.
Yeah. So and it's like, so why did you let him put his dick in your butthole then? So this is the second time a different girl came in. He smelled her skin and did the same thing, and he touched her genitals, and She says she didn't run away because she wanted to be trained as a medium at the center. So she wanted to learn from him. I was terrified of them sending bad spirits in my direction.
This guy's gross too. It's not like he's this charmer, Just
So
gross.
she figures if this guy I will send bad spirits in your direction, it would ruin her life. She wouldn't be able to sleep. So might as well take it in the can to prevent that. Other victims said they also were abused after were chosen for private consultation. Yes. That made them feel special. They all said he offered them, here, after I've done fucking with your butt, you take these crystals and gemstones. Gave them all crystals and gemstones. Not a bad deal. You didn't go in with crystals and gemstones. One victim said she visited following a breast cancer treatment in 2017. No, you're not going to take care of you're not going to take advantage of a breast cancer survivor, are you? He touched her all over her body, and then, it's time for me to lay my penis against your buttocks to help completely cure you of cancer. I didn't even know that was a cure for cancer, did you?
Wow. Good time for me to lay my penis against your buttocks,
he said to her,
to cure cancer.
Listen, lay down. I'm going to lay my penis on your buttocks. I am doing everything in my powers to help the family and you. But I was uncooperative. So he said, fine, you don't want to cooperate. You don't want my penis on your buttocks. The disease of cancer is coming back to you then. Goodbye, my friend. Yet another woman sought help after divorcing her husband. She was told you need special energy cleanse in private room. He allegedly requested, I'm going to have you blow me now. You will suck my dick, and that will be your version of
Oh my God.
special energy cleanse.
But I look he's a creep. He's a fucking weirdo. I just don't. Okay, if it's this one lady who's trying to be a trainer, but like, what are you doing? You really just start sucking this guy's dick and thinking that it was like, wouldn't you be like?
I know, dude.
I just don't think I just don't think there's any possible way this is real.
How do you fall under a spell like
yes,
that?
like
again, this guy is gross, physically gross. How are you charmed to an extent by an idea, a guy?
It's like, fine. You want us to sit on the floor on a rug. You've got the dimmed lights. You've got maybe some incense burning. Some crystals are out on the floor. Maybe you're chanting.
Breathe in, breathe out. Focus
slowly,
on your breath.
Slowly.
Downward dog. Sure, I'll point my ass in the air.
The minute he grabs your hand and puts it on his hard-on, don't you just go, whoa, in an instant?
I know. How do you go from this instruction that there will be cleansing energy given to you to that hand on the dick, and there's that's okay. That becomes, okay.
Or okay.
He's going to transfer that energy to me now.
No. I was just placing your hand in my lap. Very important that you get from my core region is where we put the hands. But how do you fucking explain away anal?
This is not a new concept that a dude would want to get his dick off, you know?
Right.
And the fact that you're talked into this under the guise of spiritual cleansing is just, to E's point, remarkable.
It's remarkable. And that it works. Who knew? Who knew this could work? But they're going, well, he was on Oprah. I mean, that's got to be legitimate, right?
That's true. She put her weight behind this, and that says something. She is a kingmaker. We've seen Dr. Phil for many, many years on network TV because of this.
Absolutely.
Gail has a show.
Are you
because
kidding me?
of Oprah.
CBS morning show, making millions of dollars.
We know who Stedman is because of Oprah.
And the mustache. Dude. So this other girl goes in there and notices he's just staring at me in line. And what do you think his move is there? Hold on. You need to visit me in special room.
It's just some person's in line, and he tells it like
he just walks up and down the line.
He locked the door and placed her hands on the penis.
What door and where?
In the special room. The special
but where
room
is the line for?
What's that?
You said she's
in line, to get treated.
Okay.
And he just picks.
Yeah.
It's weird. Maybe no guys go there or something. I don't know, but it seems like he's always picking chicks out of line.
Right.
For special treatment.
For some reason.
I'm looking at pictures. A lot of blonde chicks go to see him. It's crazy. Yeah.
Wow. So he takes her afterwards. He takes her to lunch, and he claimed that treatments were to clean your chakras. I don't know what chakras are, but he was cleaning her chakras. And he said also, by the way, as we're wrapping up lunch, thank you for buying me lunch.
Thank you for buying me lunch.
I just wanted to tell you the spirits have requested total secrecy about this cleansing.
Yeah.
The spirits,
okay, yeah.
Not my call.
Sure.
It's not my call. The spirits have requested absolute secrecy about this meeting. Do not say anything.
It's great because how can they question it? He's the lead. He knows what the
Fucking
spirits are
people,
saying.
man.
Well, he's not a doctor, E. He's not a doctor.
That's what I'm saying. They can't
No, I
question
know,
it though because
but he
like,
was a farmer in Brazil growing up.
Mm.
Just got tired of cow dung. Now I'm trying to use my magical powers to rape women. He claims the healing powers come from God, the saints, and the spirits. Okay.
Jonn of God.
Yes, I am Jonn of God. Yes.
Watch out, ladies. Jonn of God.
Send your wife over if she needs healing from sexual abuses. I will try to rape her butthole for you and take care of everything. I will also cleanse her chakras.
At least she'll come home with a clean chakras.
Yes. Can you look up what a chakras is? Chakras. I want to know. It's a deep inside the anus. You will find the chakras. Buried very, very deep inside the anus.
Okay, chakras.
The centers of energy that move inside us, there's 7 chakras.
And he can clean that whole son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's all 7, I guess. I don't know.
Yes. You blow me, I come in your asshole, and your chakras is absolutely sparkling. You have a sparkling clean chakras.
At least the Muladhara chakras is.
Yeah. Is that part of the Sahasrara? Is part of that in the chakras?
It is. That's more toward the top of your head, though. I think he's more focused on the
about-
Muladhara.
Oh, the Muladhara.
Yeah.
Right down there in the Muladhara. You may call it the anus. We call it the Muladhara.
Yeah, here's a better description of where.
Dude, it's the root chakra. That's what he's going after.
Dude, he's
going after the goddamn. He's pulling up by the root.
And if I find that your butthole is filthy, I will go in by the roots and clean your chakra.
Look at that.
It's right there.
He's sort of pulling a Dr. Larry Nasser here. He's pointing to an old diagram, saying, "Hey, what am I doing? I'm going after the chakra."
I start at the anahata, which is what you might know as the titty region, and then I work my way down to the muladhara, which is the anus, the root canal. That's the root chakra.
Damn.
Thank you. Come again.
A charming son of a bitch.
Oh, man. 76. They said millions and millions of people have gone to him. We know of 12 abuses. My guess is Cosby's got nothing on me.
Guesses there's more.
Yeah, my guess is 12 is not all of them. Gullible as shit people are. God. All right, let's take a quick break. And thank God, you'll be happy to know we finally got an apology out of Kyler Murray, the quarterback.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He said queers and queer in 2 texts.
Dude,
when he was
this
14 and 15. So
This shows how out of touch I am with the sport of tackle-ball.
yeah,
I'd never heard that guy's name before I read the headlines about Kyler Murray. Is that his name? Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray
winning the Heisman yesterday. I was like,
I be honest with you, I watch tackle ball a lot. I don't focus on other teams that much. I'll watch if I'm bored and there's a late night game on. But I wouldn't have known really Kyler Murray. I'm just not paying. I don't watch ESPN. I don't watch any of the Fox Sports programs. I don't listen to
Apparently-
radio. And so it's like, dude, I'm not watching Oklahoma games for the most part.
apparently the dude's a stud. He's a 2-sport athlete. He got
He
drafted top 5 by the A's or some shit.
Really?
Yeah, so he's got quite a future in front of him.
Oh yeah.
If he can get by these tweets, Mike. These
Sure.
troublesome tweets.
Sure. So we'll discuss. We'll tell you what's going on with that next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
All right, welcome back to the show. Mike and Jay. And boy, oh boy, Jay. It's going to hurt a little bit, but I think maybe, he's just a bit of an apology.
I do.
Yeah. When you guys left yesterday, remember I was at halftime of the Lions game.
Okay.
Lions-Cardinals. And if you remember, E went, does it seem like the Lions play the Cardinals a lot? And you went, E, does it seem like they do or they do? And he
Do they play him a ton? Like every year?
Dude, start of the second half. Yeah, he goes, some of you fans out there are wondering, God, it seems like the Lions Cardinals met a lot in recent years. Well, it's because they have. 6 of the last 7 years they played each other.
No
Really?
shit.
6?
Yeah,
I didn't even know it was that
it's
bad.
because of when we were talking yesterday about trying to keep the league as competitive as possible. So the Lions and Cardinals have had similar records of late.
You know what?
So
I don't-
they get
you know what?
issue a
messed up lot.
formal apology to
I don't
Easton.
There you
well,
go.
thank you. I appreciate that. I don't even care about keeping it the league. Like, we want to keep it balanced. I don't want to see the card. I'd rather see
I know.
another team here and there, I
Yeah,
guess. But
yeah.
it did seem like it.
Yeah.
Well,
That's funny.
Well, I guess this is in order.
he's leaning back. His hands on a star.
I guess that's in order.
Need a lengthy apology, but the one I got is acceptable. I will accept.
Hey, before we move on, gentlemen, it's with great pleasure to announce that Kyle Mayer's back with us. This segment is brought to you by Mayer and Company Accountants. If you dread handling your personal or business taxes as much as you dread, I don't know, having to apply the topical medication to Big E's feet, then let Kyle Mayer handle all that shit for you. Kyle's a pro. You can trust him. Don't waste your time trying to figure out all those damn tax forms, numbers, and deductions. Leave it all to Kyle. Call him today, 248-521-0016. Of course, this is a great time to get on his schedule so that you can get your taxes done in the new year.
God, Isis and I were upstairs talking about, obviously, the God of John. And
Jonn of God.
the Jonn of God, yeah, excuse me. There had to be a moment in his world where it was like, listen.
I'm going for
God
it.
Is it God of John? John of God. God of John.
It's Jonn of God.
John of God.
John of
Shit.
God.
Sorry, I don't mean to disrupt. Then he was like,
Wow.
been able to get my dick sucked, been able to have hands placed on it. Is it possible I can step up my game enough with promising to cleanse a chakra by
It's
by
honestly,
raw dogging an asshole?
to me, it's where you almost have to start because you have, again, sort of that Larry Nassar excuse. Like Larry Nassar's thing was, well, I'm manipulating the vagine because it is this archaic, albeit archaic, but it is a legit kind of manipulation to help back pain. Well, his thing is going straight for the chakra. I'm going for the chakra. I'm going to cleanse it.
Yeah, but there's
I'm going to
lots
infuse it.
That's just
with energy.
That's the root of the chakra he's going for.
To me, that's the
chakra.
first move. The rest of it is just that's the icing on the cake, the blowjob,
That's
the
actually
hands on the
Jason
dick.
makes a good point. Now that I rethink
He has an
it,
explanation.
because
But
it's
wouldn't
like,
a
dude,
finger
the chakra.
a blowjob would be
but
ridiculous.
it's
ridiculous.
absurd.
Like that you
No,
could.
I mean, there's head chakra that he maybe
No,
wants
no,
to
no,
cleanse
but-
with
Yeah,
his.
well, you know,
Jason, I started to do this, dude, but I think he's right because it's like
you go straight for the chakra.
because that he
You
could
can't
say
walk
there's
in
this
day
ass
one and just start blasting.
Bam, chakra.
Just start fucking
No,
raw
but he
dogging
could
chicks' assholes.
because of the name and
Yeah.
that diagram.
You saw the diagram.
But the blow,
It's a chakra. It's one of the
it's-
7. It's the 7th chakra
and you know that's posterized on his
Oh.
wall. Like, well, we're right here.
with it
This is-
circled and bullseyed.
This is the root of chakra. You see, this is where we begin.
You go straight to the root.
Wouldn't she be like, yeah, but wouldn't a finger suffice? Well, you would think, but
no,
no,
he has to inject his friggin' his spirit or
fluid.
whatever.
And then how awkward. It's like, where does he come in her asshole? Come on her back, and then he's like pulling up his robe.
well, he
or
can't come on
whatever
her
he's got.
back, dude. It has to.
He's
He's
like-
he's
It's
giving
in the chakra.
He's sweating. and
Leave
it's
it
like,
in the chakra, sir.
Well, you're cleansed. You're welcome.
Yeah.
See you next week, same time.
There's
and then
other people in line. He's like, I cannot be cleansing in for another half an hour.
Give me a half hour. I'll be back to pick a new person for special treatment of the chakra.
Dude, I think
cleanse.
I'm right on this. I think he goes bam straight for the chakra.
Boy,
that's
that's
his move,
balls,
man.
man.
It is balls,
That is
but it's supported
balls.
by the diagram.
Yeah, it really is. If that son of a bitch
just-
invented the fucking diagram in the chakra, the
I
chakra
will
diagram.
never get it. I just don't understand it. His whole life is just trying to get this
Isn't it
dick
something?
sucked.
No, well, you know what it is. I was watching.
You're just victimizing all these people.
Yeah.
God, you're fraudulent. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Does he have any-
Like, just stroke it off if it's that important. I just don't understand.
Well, I was watching over the weekend some BBC Earth 2 Planet Earth 2.
Okay.
And so it's like, yeah, today we're talking about islands, and then we're talking about, this is where the guys get frozen in the pond every night. God damn it. The flamingos.
Those birds, yeah.
Flamingos, and then the sun comes up and they start breaking through the ice and they're slipping. It's fucking hilarious. What a great show. Attenborough or whatever doing the voice. But dude, that show is one giant. It is what it is. Animals, I don't care where in the world they are on a hunt for two things: food and pussy.
Right.
That's it. It's like they spend their whole lives like, don't try not to get eaten today by something, and then God damn it, I'm hungry and I want some push.
Understood.
That's
We're
it.
all driven to do it, but Jonn of God, what a meandering way to go about it. You know?
I know. Well, he's
It's
found a loophole in the
crazy.
game.
You're just gaming this thing such that you've got this whole religion thing, and you've got all these followers. You got them all lined up.
Dude. It makes
You've got
sense.
the chakra diagram.
I know.
It's just insane to me.
Well, if you think about it,
I mean,
it's
it's
like,
as insane as the green thing, I guess. The green thing.
yeah, the green thing's dope though, dude. Oh, it's the greatest story ever. That was so fucking. Yeah, check out my green thing.
What was that? A bird in a jungle, right?
It was a bird in the jungle, and the jungle. This is like the Amazon. It's so thick that sunlight doesn't hit the floor. So he searches around for
one
spot.
area. Yeah, one area in the canopy where the sunlight can come down, and then he cleans this area, gets rid of anything colorful, right?
He gets rid of anything. Sticks. He makes like
so he
his
just
apartment.
makes a brown little circle.
Yeah.
So it can
And then-
contrast the beauty.
And then he goes around and he's like, this leaf on this tree doesn't look right. He yanks it out
Yeah.
and throws it away. And he just picks individual ones off, and then he's got a stage.
It's perfect.
And then he's like, caca, caca. And some whore dressed like shit, curlers
they
in her
always
hair.
are. They always are.
He's got this lush plume, bright.
Plumage is beautiful.
And then it's like finally he convinces a broad to come by. She comes by and she's like, well,
What do you got for me?
And he's like, da, 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 da. He
Does
starts
his little dance.
doing a little dance and stuff. He's trying to show
She's
off.
like, well, this is interesting.
No, not a bad dance. He's like, yeah, you like that? Yeah, you like that little dance I do? And then all of a sudden, when the light shines brightest and it's hitting his stage,
Through the canopy, through hundreds of feet of trees, down onto his stage.
she's just sitting there like with her arms crossed, like, well, is
Damn.
that all you got? And he's like, well, you ever seen one of these? Green thing! And then he pops his chin up in this fucking green plumage. Yeah, how you like that? Look at that.
And she just presents immediately.
She's like, oh, God,
She's
yes.
like, oh my God. Yes.
Oh,
So
they're
that's
the
basically
best.
Jonn of God's deal. He's
Here's
trying
the
to
difference.
move his green thing.
Like, these guys aren't going to cheat the system. That dude, that bird trying to show off Flash's green thing, like, he doesn't have free will and free thought.
Yeah, all his
And-
brethren are doing the same thing.
Yeah,
trying,
it's like,
at least.
this is just what he does. He's born, and then it's like, all right, I got to find pussy and food. How do I do it? But Jonn of God and guys like that are so fucking foul because they're taking advantage of the two biggest weaknesses we have: sexual urges and religion. Like, people want to know. They want to know why we're here. These unanswerable questions.
Healing too.
They want
These people are here for
right.
healing. Their chakras are dirty.
Filthy chakras. And it's like people, whether it's the church abuses or whatever, you're taking power and taking advantage of someone's weakness for
The worst victimization there
it's
is.
terrible. This guy's, you know what? There's probably guys that can clean your chakra just fine. You don't need to take a dick in your asshole.
Over
but
the
it's like,
counter enema will do the same thing.
absolutely. Squeaky clean chakra. But that's his angle on crushing puss. Is like, I'm going to take advantage of the weakness mind. They think I can cure cancer, and if they put up any sort of reluctance, cancer's coming back. Thank you. Come again. Bye-bye.
The thing I
You
always
get out of here.
Dick.
You
thing I-
filthy chakra. Enjoy breast cancer, bitch.
And as always, I always wonder about these people. Like, what is
Ugh.
this day to day? You know what I mean? You're thinking about this so much, dude. Does he go home still and go to concerts? Does he still like? It's no, but it's like
No,
I feel like you have to. Like, I feel like if this is your thing, if your thing is just I'm gonna worry about getting stroked, you can't almost have these other things in your
You're
life.
just
Like,
angling all day long, trying to figure it out, trying to move it around.
Because you
we
see
all
Jonn
had
of
hold
God
on,
on-
E,
okay.
shut up, Jesus. We've all had those things when you're young, and it's like you want to fuck like a rabbit 3 times a day, 4 times. But dude, 76 years old, it's like, how strong is your drive that you cannot do anything
I know.
but just like, I need to fuck chicks all day. I need to fuck chicks. And you've come up with this ruse to do it. It's like, dude, put yourself in check. It's just disgusting.
Ugh,
Once a day is all you need, right?
ugh.
Once a day, jack it off.
7 to
or
9 minutes.
7 to 9 minutes,
In the
whatever.
closet.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Anyway.
Zot Ford and DealsInTheD.com always talk about their fabulous new car deals. Well, Gabar and the team Want to remind you that Zotford has some ridiculous deals on pre-owned vehicles too. Plus, the power of dealsinthed.com. With that power, you have almost 300 premium pre-owned vehicles to choose from. All their pre-owned vehicles go through a comprehensive inspection and certification process to assure you get the ultimate value and unmatched customer experience. So hit up dealsinthed.com, pick out the pre-owned vehicle of your dreams, then boogie to Zotford and Holly.
Oklahoma quarterback Kyler Murray.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Apologies. Won the Heisman Trophy, and of course, immediately, we've seen this before. The pitcher for the Brewers, Josh something maybe.
I think you're right.
What wasn't his like in the ninth inning of a perfect game or something? It was like, oh, by the way, like let's wait for the highest moment in their career or whatever, and then just kick them as hard as we can. And so pulling out, age-old tweets where, you said something about someone when you were 15. So that's what happened to him. He wins the Heisman immediately.
That was racist shit, I think, right? Those couple pitchers. I think a couple pitchers were tagged together there in short order, and there were some racist stuff.
Was his racist?
I think so.
Yeah, and then there were tons of teammates, black teammates and stuff that came to his defense.
Yeah, that's right.
He legitimately seemed sorry, apologized to the team first, and then went on camera. You could tell the look in his face. He was crushed by this stuff coming out. And
might have even been a rap lyric, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think you're right. So he's come out now and said, I apologize for the tweets that have come to light tonight from when I was 14 and 15. I used a poor choice of word that doesn't reflect who I am or what I believe. I did not intend to single out any individual or group. And
this is Kyler apologizing for saying queer, was it?
He said queers.
He didn't even say, what's up, fags?
Nope. And Alec Morris probably started this whole thing. He says, Cole is getting salty. He's a queer. So, I mean, obviously, it's just the trolling nature of it is what it's like. It's like, dude, I'd rather you didn't. Like Kevin Hart came out and had a great statement. Was like, no, I walked away from the Oscars or whatever he was going to host. It's because this has been thrown at me every year. Every time something big comes up, they throw this out and want an apology. Fuck off. I told you I apologized a long time ago. I told you where I was then and where I am now. You can, as hard as you work to dig those tweets up, if you would have worked half that hard, you could have found all the information you need about where my opinion on this. So no, I'm not going to continue to apologize for this shit from years ago. I thought that's great. Don't give in to these trolls.
This is the world we live in, Mike.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg.
I wonder just like generally if there's just groups of people out there, individuals just sitting in their basement where they're like, just, okay, I'll go through comedians today. And they just start scrolling through shit. They find something that's somewhat questionable. They screenshot it just for later use. Keep this one in my back pocket.
Absolutely.
Just to get a nice little social justice pat on the back should he become famous or get some hosting job or something.
Well, usually those guys that make it to the league, like we all know kids where it's like, oh yeah, he was a state, he was an all-state football player. And maybe he goes on to a D1 school. And very rarely do you see guys that are that special. But those ones that are, for the most part, tend to show that skill at 5, and they dominate the shit through high school. They win a couple state championships, go to a big D1 school. Like that kid, why wouldn't there be people going, I bet this guy's going to make it to the show one day. Oh, he said that, screenshot.
Yeah.
Oh, he said that. And
just
it's
keep
like,
a little folder.
Yeah, he was a bully to me in first grade. Fuck him.
Yeah. John Smith folder, Bob Jones folder. Just throw them in there. And if they become anything, I'll ruin them.
Yep. He's going to regret this one day. He's going to regret this. That he said.
Just hateful shit, man.
It's just awful. It's awful.
And then on the other side of it, if you are one of those people and you start to say you get that D1 offer, don't you just go back and delete everything at that point?
Well, I don't even blame the kids as much because we've talked about this a little bit. I think it's on like the university to vet these kids and go, okay, what's in your social media? We're going to need your passwords. We're going to go through there. We've got a social media expert who will go through all 100 guys on the roster and the football team and scrub anything that's not squeaky clean, just so that it's not, we don't want you, starting in 2 years. All of a sudden people give a shit who you are and they're trolling you like this. We've seen it happen too many times. And if you're one of the super, super elite lucky ones that makes it to the bigs, like, dude, you've got your team has to have handlers, management, agents, all those kinds of things have to be, that has to be like project one.
Yeah. It's a new project, but it does seem to be a pretty important one.
The agent, manager, social media expert. And it's like, okay, looks like you're going to be signed in the first round. Let's go. Give me your passwords. I'm going through everything. What do you have?
It's your brand,
Instagram,
man.
Snapchat. You could fuck this whole thing up
Yeah.
for something you said at 14. That being said, something really bothers me about seeing a 14 or 15-year-old kid, 14 and 15-year-old boys say stuff like queers, hey figs. That's what they do. Everybody knows it. Acting like that's weird is fucked up because we all know it's true. Is it something? Part of me feels like there should be some standard where until someone's 18, you don't get to do this, where you fucking try to destroy someone's life. It's like when they become an adult and it's like, hey, you take on more responsibility as an adult than you do as a child. That's why we don't send children to adult prisons. We send them to juvenile hall or boys hall or whatever, Boysville.
So give them a free pass until they're 18.
Not a free pass, but, I mean, if someone's on there and there's, there should probably be guidelines just like there are for juvenile. If you
Well, you're
murder
acting
someone
like
at
there's
13,
rules here. There's no rules. Trolls just throw it out there and then let what happens happen. Like there's not some rule like, oh, he said that and therefore he's now, quote, ruined. It just happens.
Right.
So
But
you can't really
I think it's
assign
bullshit.
a rule that, oh, now he's 16 and so we don't consider that. But now that he's 18, we do.
But the same way they protect sexual assault victims, at least the part
Protect
that can
from
be
what though? The court of public opinion?
Well, no, I'm saying it bothers me when ESPN's doing a fucking story on it, and all the media, the
But
actual
they
media, not
deal in the court of public opinion. And
Yeah,
what,
but
you're going to restrict what goes into the court of public opinion? You can't.
But there are certain things when you've got victims that they don't reveal their identity. That's not made publicly known. And I don't know, dude. I'm working this out on the
opposite of
spot.
a victim, though. This is a perpetrator, according to the trolls.
I don't know, man.
It's a person who needs to be put in his place.
You've talked about it 1,000 times about especially the amount of change that is going on in a child's mind and body in those years. They do dumb shit. They do reckless stuff. They do stuff that you just go, what are you doing? They all do it. And so while you want to tell them all you can, like this could come back to bite you. I didn't listen to my parents. You're going to regret this one day if you don't do this right. And it's like, yeah, I do regret it now.
Maybe it should be like a practice by families to sit down and go, every year we're going to do a social media purge. You know what I mean? Just like we purge out our closet or whatever, go through your shit.
Yeah.
And just think about, like, do you still stand by that?
Yeah.
You comfortable with that still? If
Still
not,
feel
delete
cool?
it.
Yeah. That's probably not a bad idea. And probably a lot of people do that already. A lot of parents probably do. And it's smart. I mean, dude, you're responsible for that kid until they're 18. And part of your job is to protect them.
The thing is, so many of these
themselves.
kids aren't doing Twitter and shit that's really public. So much goes on Snapchat and whatever other program they're using now to be one step ahead of Snapchat, because there's always something that they're using before parents know about it.
Was Snapchat the one that was like, the picture lasts for 10 seconds and then it disappears?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the cell originally?
Yeah.
I mean,
it still kind of is. If you screen for one, if someone screenshot, like if I send something to Jay on that and he screenshots it tells you. I mean, it doesn't mean they can't do it.
What do you mean it tells you?
It says that someone had, dude. If I were to send a dick pic, and then it's like,
I would not screenshot for the record.
Right.
No.
But just
and don't send your dick pic to Jay.
Okay, but if I were to send a dick pic, to
you
a
know
girl,
what, God damn you for even using that as an example. I do not want to see your dong. All right, use a different example. Go.
Yeah, TCG. You're sending your dick pic to TCG, and he screenshots it. It lets you know that he did that.
Made me picture your dong. God damn it! I just pictured his dong.
All people. You're probably literally the last person on earth he would actually do that to.
I get some chick to send me her tit pics, and I screenshot it like a creep. She'll see a thing that says, Eric screenshot this. Now, it doesn't mean I can't still do it, but it does mean that she could at least be like, dude, did you just take a picture of that, dude? So you can't just get away with it on that as easy.
Thing must be broken. I didn't.
But you can get away with it, right? I mean,
you could do it still.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, at least someone could say, like, dude, I know you just did that.
Wow. So the way around that is to have a second phone and just take a picture of it that way, and then
I mean, if there's always ways, of course.
So what ended up happening with Kevin Hart? People were like, oh, the Oscars, and he's like, fuck off, I'm not apologizing. So Nick Cannon went out and found tweets from Amy Schumer.
Remind me who Nick Cannon is. See the dude who was dating
married to Mariah Carey.
Yeah. Oh, he's married to her now?
Was.
Oh, okay.
No, not now.
He was like America's Got Talent guy.
Yes.
The host.
The host, exactly. Was
Okay.
in Drumline, I believe, was his big movie.
Okay.
Back in the day, a show Wild and Out, I think, was his on MTV.
Yeah. You're
Got it. I know who he is. Go.
And so he went and was like, "Oh, really? You're gonna fucking go after Kevin Hart for this and just try to destroy his career? Well, what about Amy Schumer or Chelsea Handler? What about these things
Good
they've
examples.
said? Yeah, the liberal lions here who have also said stuff. Interesting. I wonder if there's any backlash here. This is what a fag bird. So Chelsea Handler wrote, "This is what a fag bird likes when he flexes." And there's a picture, obviously, of something. Sarah Silverman. "I don't mean this in a hateful way, but the new Bachelorette is a faggot." Wow. Boy, oh boy. I don't see anyone going after them.
Sarah Silverman's the one who, right? She left, or not Chelsea Handler that left her job.
Chelsea Handler
To become
left to
a
speak to
Netflix.
us all and to be able to have the
course.
conversation that's needed.
I have long said, ignore these things. They're gone in 24 hours. You blow up Twitter, trend everywhere. Everyone goes, "Oh, excuse me, let me weigh in here. I will not be eating at this establishment. Hashtag disgusting racist, blah, blah, blah." And then they forget it. They're on to the next thing. Fucking ignore them. Or do what Snoop Dogg said, which is he made a post to Kevin Hart. And I just fucking love Snoop. Snoop's the best. You have it there, E?
Yeah.
He's smoking weed the whole time.
Look at him.
Kid,
It's a goddamn cartoon character.
I know.
don't trip. That ain't our kind of shit, no way. Oscars? You're right. Come do the BET Awards, cuz. Or Soul Train. They don't care. You're a comedian. Cracking jokes. Really? Y'all want me to host it now? Nah, I don't think so. I got shit to do. And I got way more customers before I get to you. Kevin Hart, smoke a blunt. Tell the Academy to suck a dick or die trying. Fuck 'em. We still love you, nigga. Fuck the Grammys, too.
That guy,
Isn't
man,
he great?
does whatever the fuck he wants.
Isn't he just great? I know. It's like, he finally made the decision. Fuck it. I am smoking weed anywhere and everywhere. There will not be another picture or video of me out there
Yeah.
smoking weed. He's able to do it. He's in pictures with cops with a fucking blunt.
Yeah.
He's able to do it. Willie Nelson has made
Yeah.
it to that level too.
He's done it for decades, Willie Nelson.
Yeah, he smoked on top of the White House.
Yeah.
And so when those guys just cut ties and are like, "Fuck it, this is me now," it's just so freeing. It's so freeing. And people getting in trouble for speaking out, and we've got some guys, some Icelandic MPs who were secretly recorded. 6 of them, including the former Prime Minister Sigmundur Gunnlaugsson. Great guy. He was a great prime minister. They decided to go out drinking rather than listen to a debate on the budget. So they go to the bar.
Good call.
They spent 3 hours at the bar getting tanked. A person nearby recorded their conversation. The MPs, so they're seeing their colleagues on the TV, female ones, and they're just rating how fuckable or non-fuckable each was. They were also describing female ministers as clapped out bags, like that term. Former Foreign Minister Gunnar Sveinsson, who is known for being an absolute champion of women's rights, is heard laughing at domestic abuse allegations leveled against a former MP.
Ooh, that's bad.
And-
It's one thing to say fuckable or not. But
He was laughing at someone else for coming forward as part of the Me Too campaign. They said they quote him as a champion of women's rights. Yeah. The political career of another woman is also questioned because she's not as hot this year. Friesjun Harrensen, who is disabled, was spoken about and called an island. A possible jibe at her wheelchair that allows her to lie flat. So her wheelchair lets
Wait, what?
her wheelchair lets her lay down flat.
What's
Yeah, it's
the
a
deal?
fucking island.
Kick ass.
What's
Hold
her name?
on. Got a
Jesus.
flat wheelchair?
Yeah, it must be remote
Called
control.
a gurney?
Yeah, and so it allows her to lay down flat. It's like, yeah,
badass.
she's a fucking island. She's an island. The recording,
Irish or Icelandic?
same thing.
Yeah.
Has caused uproar in Iceland. Oh, me lucky charms. A country that has a female prime minister and has topped World Economic Forum's Index for Gender Equality for several years. Harold Justier received an apology from Gunnlaugsson, but told the New York Times that without action, it's an empty gesture. I experience this as violence. They are thugs. You know why this is funny? Because if we're honest with ourselves, we know exactly what guys are like, and we know what, Governor Cuomo, can say anything he wants. He can lay down with the Black Lives Matter groups in fake pools of blood in his suit looking like a total asshole. He can be talking, these people can be crying on camera, talking about saving the world and blah, blah, blah. And even having locker room talk of these. That's just, there is no place in a society where this is.
Joe Biden will take Trump out back, right?
I'd like to take him out back. Yeah. How dare you talk about rate a chick from 1 to 10? Meanwhile, I asked some chicken over here in the lobby to suck my cock. Outrageous. This needs to stop. But we know it's like, yeah, dude, when you get that guy in an office, they're fucking just as piggish as the next guy.
Right.
They are. They're powerful dudes, and they want to fuck as many broads as they can. There's no difference. None.
Some of them are worse, honestly, than the
Way
normal
worse.
guy, where you're just like, okay, now you're trying to be the everyman and talk like that. You get that feeling, right?
Yeah.
You're like,
Rolling
okay,
up my
enough,
sleeves.
guy, enough.
Yeah.
Enough, old lawyer guy, got it.
And I'm sure there are some guys out there that just really feel passionate about this. I'm not saying they all are, but when I see a white guy like kicking a car as it's trying to drive away, going, "You're white, you're white, blah blah privilege," and I'm like, dude, you're white, screaming at a guy in a fucking car trying to drive away, and you screaming at him for his white privilege. What the fuck are you doing? Ugh, it's just gross. But that story doesn't surprise me at all that these guys would be sitting around drinking beers at a fucking bar going, she was hotter last year, man. She was hotter last year. You know why I know that? Because I would fucking do that. I'd fuck her. She's 6 beers. She's probably a 6 beer, right?
We all just want to show our green things.
Yeah. I got her in her room. I'm 6 to 7 beers deep. I'd show her my green thing. I'd flash my green thing at her. Yep, I would.
I'd cleanse her chakra.
Yep, I'd work. Yes, I would cleanse her chakra. Give me 2 beers and I would cleanse her chakra. Very good. So, yeah. Anyway, do we have any emails?
Of course we do. Hey,
Jay.
if you want to write into the show, send us your thoughts. No, what do you get? What do you have? You have a video?
I had someone crashing.
Show me it. Yeah, show me
wanna
this.
see?
Somebody fell. I
On
need
the
to know
ice.
about it. I need to see it.
Professional figure skaters.
Oh, yeah, I saw this.
Do you want to see it again?
Yeah.
Okay. I only brought it for you. This is Ashley Kane of Team USA figure skating duo partner Timothy Leduc. Suffered a serious fall on Friday while competing in Croatia. She crash landed headfirst. Now, here's the thing. Okay, here's the reason I take issue with this. And I don't know this guy. I don't want to say it was definitely on purpose or anything like that. I don't, right? I don't feel that in my heart. And I want to not pass judgment. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. However, when I read that he'd lifted his partner from the ice a total of 5 times without incident before things went awry. On the 6th toss into a spin, she stumbled on her landing and fell to the ground, but got back up again, quickly went into the lift that ended in disaster. So do you think at that point it was like
payback?
Fucking bitch fell down on the easiest. We got through 5 without incident.
Screwed up the run. See how you like this one.
Think we're going to take a fucking medal in Croatia with you pulling that garbage?
God, the trust you put in this dude to hold you up like that.
Timothy's like, all right, bitch. Yeah, you want to fall? How about you fall a few times?
Timothy.
Is there no volume into this, Eve?
No, there's
my
no.
God,
audio.
he's lovely.
Oh, absolutely stunning.
Look at the lines. Oh my God, the one-armed hold. Oh, she just folds. You know, I got to be honest. When I first saw this, I thought, like, was that really that big of a deal?
She's got it.
Yeah,
you got this.
She looks a little groggy.
Yeah,
like, it could have been a hell of a lot worse. You know,
if she was in the NFL, are they putting her into the protocol?
I love that they have.
Let's see it again. Just go back to the actual fall.
All right.
Fall pretty damn gracefully, right?
Dude, that's solid ice.
Look at he's lovely.
Timothy. Oh, I love that beard. That beard is
one arm. Fuck, man.
Yeah, bonk.
I mean,
look at her legs.
I'm sure it
Back
hurt.
it up just a bit. Her legs are what get me. It's
I know.
like when
she goes limp.
When you're out, you are out.
Yeah.
You're just out.
Give her credit for finishing the performance though. Mike.
Bonk. Okay, legs go.
Don't
here.
you agree? It could have been way worse.
Oh, dude, she could have broken her neck. He's like, yeah, upsy daisy, here we go,
Like,
sweetheart.
All falls on your head. And she had that bun to protect her.
She did. And then she's like, what happened? He's like, well, you fall again.
Yeah.
Yep, you did something wrong.
It's like, finish the goddamn routine.
She's like, I'm so
And she
sorry,
did.
Timothy, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll discuss this backstage when we're putting our...
How do you finish after that? My God, man.
Once I get my blade guards on, we'll discuss this further.
Honestly, how do you finish?
Yeah, it's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
She's still like, seeing stars, but
She's finding her wits.
yeah.
She's
getting
got her
it
wits.
together. Tim's like, no medal for you. No medal for you anyways. They're pretty good.
He's
Boy,
got
that would
that.
suck.
He's got that beard that all guys have now.
Oh,
and that
yeah.
combed over hair.
He absolutely looks like he should be selling craft beer somewhere, doesn't he?
Does, yeah.
Does not look like he belongs on the ice.
Be behind a bar somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, what can I get you?
How we doing today, folks? How we doing today? You been here before at World of Beers?
He should be headed to a soccer game with a scarf around his neck.
We've got a new seasonal raspberry wheat or the pumpkin splash or pumpkin spice. I'm telling you guys are going to love it. Huh. All right.
Look at those pants on Timothy. My God.
That is a bland outfit.
It is.
She's like, I got a headache.
Yeah, for ice figure skating?
Yeah.
I think it's bland as fuck.
Yeah, no flair. Gray on gray. Ugh.
Hey, Isis, pull up this picture. We've discussed the fact that Adolf Hitler has ruined a mustache style,
It's the worst thing
specifically
he's
the
ever
chaplain.
done. It's the worst thing he's ever done.
He's ruined a mustache style. No one can wear it.
No.
Dave points out, however, or he wonders whether this is true. Dave writes in, Jay, this past week I was sick and sleeping on my couch, his couch bed.
Okay.
At 4 a.m., I woke up to an infomercial. Once I got my head out of the NyQuil coma, I saw this son of a bitch selling a cooking device and sporting a Hitler.
What?
Is this possible? Look at this son of
he's
a
trying.
bitch. You know how he gets away with it? He brings it just a little bit out, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And it's not straight down. He
Mhm.
brings it out to that outer part of the
Yeah.
mouth.
See what you're doing, sir.
But we're talking about an eighth of an inch, right?
If he's an eighth of an inch skinnier,
Yeah.
Hitler all day long. What is he? He definitely wants people to lighten up about the Hitler style. He's trying to subtly bring it back. I bet if we caught up with him 6 months from now, that thing would just be tenth of an inch short,
He's
narrower.
bringing it in.
Yeah.
I also think that the marks on his cheeks, they,
Yep.
they kind of accentuate it. He's got a unique face. I don't know. Boy, we'll have to check back on him. Like you say,
think
if
it's
he's
just-
squeezing it in 6 months, we know what he's doing.
Yeah. And the
Does she have one too? No, that's a shadow.
Oh yeah, God, it does look like she has one. The real tragedy here is I can tell by his upper lip to base nose space. It's a wide space, and you can tell that he's got some skill at growing a stash. His Kitterman could be off the charts.
Could be, yeah.
And I would like to see it anyone else try to bring back the Hitler and let this guy rock a sweet Kitterman. But
And this is the chef on the Gotham Smoke something commercial.
yeah, the
Gotham Steel Grill. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Bone Job chimes in.
He still listens.
Sup, fags? There we go. He's got a short little grievance, but we'll put him on the clock.
All right.
Grievance found me. Start the clock. Why is it then when someone pays money for an app, they have to tell you? They can't just say, I downloaded a new app. They have to inform you they paid for it and exactly how much they paid for it. We get it, Mike. You paid a whole friggin' $4 for the Talking Pet app. Why is that? People do that. Yeah,
Because-
I bought this app. It was $4
Well,
and
I understand where he's going. He's trying to get my goat right now. And I understand that, but I'm not going to let him do it. Fuck him.
I think that's an interesting observation, though. I think it's very true that people do that. They distinguish between a free app and one that they paid for. Yeah, I bought this app.
See,
'Cause I think
Like,
I
like
don't,
they
I
went-
don't know
like
how
they-
I worded that. Did I obviously I said something, but there were people that were messengering me outside of public, right? And so they were going, dude, what is that app you're using?
Why don't you
And
just
I
say,
felt the need
the
to tell
pet
them-
Talking Pet app?
Well, I
And
did.
then they can go and find it and go, oh, fuck, it's $4. I don't want to pay that.
Because then they're
What do I
gonna
do?
bitch about. I didn't know it was $4.
when I was messaging, I didn't realize I did it publicly, but
Then you respond, you go, I'm such a baller. I didn't even know it was $4. I just get whatever app I want.
I felt the need to go, look, if you're one of these, because there are people that won't pay a fucking nickel for shit online. They just won't do it. And it's like, look, here's the app. By the way, before you go running out there, it was $4.
All right, step outside of the pet app context. Don't you guys notice people do that? I got this new app. I paid whatever for it.
Yeah, I do. And I think that's just a courtesy because apps just used to be free, like most of them. And then they started doing that dollar thing and then in-game purchases. And it's like, just for the record, before I send you there, it's a $10 fucking app, man.
With that said, Bone Job, it is an interesting observation. It is true, but this is a big, hairy, stinky, smelly pussy.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
pussy.
Grievance.
Yeah.
It's just,
Dude, I'll say
who
this.
cares, man?
I'll say this. When I don't think I don't know if I've ever, I don't have a lot of paid apps. I don't even know if I have a paid app. But if I did, if I were going to tell people, I think I would just be like Mike said. I would just say, hey, just, FYI,
It's
or
courtesy.
I know how I would say it. I'd be like, yeah, the app's $3, but dude, seriously, it's awesome. It gives you whatever it's
There you go.
providing me. The reason I would say it would be like, dude, yeah, it's not free, but dude, it's worth the one-time fee, man.
Gotcha.
I'm going to say pussy, old man, dick, and attempted goat thief. That's my ruling. E, do you have a ruling?
Goat thief.
He
I'm
was
gonna
trying
say-
to. He was
I'm gonna
trying
say,
to. thief
I'm not
my
even
goat.
gonna. I'm just gonna flat out old man. Just old man.
Not
going-
even a pussy.
I'm
Really?
going big, hairy, stinky, smelly pussy.
I like it. I think
Yeah.
it's fair.
So there you go. We'll save the rest for tomorrow.
Very good. All right, let's get out of here, and we'll be back tomorrow. We'll see you guys then.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Oh